Hello guys, welcome to AOSEKHAIN. Today we are gonna learn 35 idioms to talk about the people. You're already familiar with some of the adjectives that describe people. Today let's have a look at some English informal expressions and idioms describing character and personality. So if you're interested, continue watching in this video up to the very end. But before you start, please hit the like button if you enjoy my content and subscribe to this channel if you're learning English. Number 1. Pain in the neck. An irritating, annoying person. For example, Sarah is such a pain in the neck these days. Number 2. A people person. An outgoing person who gets along with people really well and is a good listener. For example, Tom is enthusiastic and positive and he is a people person. Number 3. Party animal. Someone who likes to attend parties often. For example, are you going out again tonight? You are such a party animal. Number 4. Cheapskate. A mean person who doesn't like spending money. For example, he was always a cheapskate even though he was earning 2 lakhs a year. Number 5. Happy camper. A person who is always happy and satisfied. We often use happy camper in the negative. For example, the apartment was much smaller than expected. I was not a happy camper. Number 6. Nerd. Someone who is very interested in science or technology, particularly in computers. For example, he spends all weekends at his laptop. He is such a nerd. Number 7. Life and soul of the party. Someone who is energetic and good fun during social occasions. For example, it was a great night. Tim was life and soul of the party. Number 8. Dipstick. A person who seems to be stupid. Very informal. For example, I don't know whether to laugh or be angry at his behavior. What a complete dipstick. Number 9. Larger than life. Someone who is more exciting or interesting than other people. For example, all who knew him would agree that his personality was larger than life. He was a joy to be around. Number 10. Wimp. A weak person, someone who lacks confidence. For example, I always avoid confrontations. I am such a wimp. Number 11. Golden boy. A winning person that everyone is fond of. For example, Ray was a golden boy of English football. Number 12. Bunny boiler. A girl who behaves improperly after a relationship breakup. These expressions come from the film Fatal Attraction, in which the character kills and boils her ex-boyfriend's family pet rabbit. Number 13. Slave driver. Someone who makes other people work really hard. For example, my boss is such a slave driver, I had to work 2 weekends in a row. Number 14. Big mouth. Someone who is not able to keep a secret. For example, never tell her a secret, she's got a really big mouth. Number 15. Tear away. A person who behaves in a stupid or wild manner and frequently gets into trouble. For example, Jack was a bit of tearaway in secondary school, always getting into trouble. Number 16. Busybody. A person who expresses great interest in other people's private lives. For example, my next door neighbor is a real busybody. Number 17. Scrooge. A miserable person who hates spending money. This expression comes from a character in a Christmas Carol novel by Charles Dickens. For example, my last boss was a real Scrooge for years. We never received a Christmas bonus. Number 18. Skyward. Someone who is absent from school or work without a good reason. We can also say someone who is pulling a sickie. For example, he didn't bother to turn up for work on Monday. He's a skyward. Number 19. Clock watcher. Someone who has no interest in the current activity and keeps watching the time. For example, I hate to be a clock watcher, but I can't wait to get out of here. Number 20. Creep. A nasty person. Someone who is trying to impress higher authority. For example, what a creep this guy is. Number 21. Laid back. A relaxed person who doesn't get stressed or upset easily. For example, our managing editor was a laid back person, but he's recently begun snapping at the employees. Number 22. Have a screw loose. Someone who is slightly mad or eccentric. For example, Jane's aunt obviously had a screw loose just by the way she spoke. Number 23. Full of yourself. Someone who is too pleased with themselves. For example, Jake was always full of himself and liked to pick on his friends. 24. Bossy boards. Someone who likes to dominate other people and often tells them what to do. For example, she's a bit of a bossy boots and always wants to get things perfect. Number 25. Lamebrain. A foolish person, a slow thinker, very informal. For example, the lame brains in the marketing department continually make mistakes. Number 26. Moaning Minnie. A person who complains a lot about insignificant things. For example, oh, stop being a moaning Minnie. Just concentrate on your homework. Number 27. Smart cookie. Somebody who has got a strong personality or who is quite smart. For example, Katie is such a smart cookie. She can make any project a success. Number 28. Crank. A person whose behavior or way of life is regarded as strange. We can also say an oddball, fish, bird, or a weirdo. Very informal. For example, Peter never eats green vegetables. He thinks they make him sleepy. He's such a crank. Number 29. Rolling stone. A person who moves from place to place, job to job, without staying anywhere long. For example, my brother was a rolling stone until he met his wife. Number 30. Rough diamond. Someone who seems impolite or is not well educated, but who has a kind heart and a good character. For example, Mike may be a rough diamond, but he is kind and always willing to help. Number 31. Lone wolf. Someone who prefers his own company and does not like socializing. We can also say a lone bird. For example, Jack became a real lone wolf since his wife passed away last year. He never goes out. Number 32. Cold fish. Someone who has very little emotions, who is regarded as hard-hearted and unfeeling. For example, John said nothing at all when I told him about my problems. He is a cold fish. Number 33. Dark horse. Someone who has a greater abilities than he shows or than other people are aware of. For example, I didn't know Nick could play the guitar so well. He is a real dark horse. Number 34. Wet blanket. A person who ruins other people's fun by staying pessimistic and complaining all the time. For example, Katie is so negative about everything. She is such a wet blanket. Number 35. A wallflower. A wallflower is a shy or reserved person. The idiom wallflower is derived from the plant, the wallflower which grows by clinging to wall or rocks. For example, I was always wallflower in high school. I never like to dance in front of people. So guys, that's all for today. Thank you so much guys for watching this video up to the very end. If you are not yet subscribed to my channel, hit the red subscribe button down below. I will see you soon during my next video. Bye bye.